other breeds' wool into the ring. As a reminder, we want you to wear your number that we gave you, individual class number. So we gave you a number for each animal in each class. Make sure you're wearing that so we can record your placing. Our stewards will get you in the ring in the proper order. And in between classes, make sure you switch that number, please. In our All Other Breeds Wool show today, we have 4 different breeds that are being shown. One of those breeds is the Blue-Faced Leicester. The Blue-Faced Leicester is a dual-purpose long wool breed developed by Robert Bakewell. Of the 3 Leicester breeds, the Blue-Faced Leicester has the finest wool. The breed gets its name from its deep blue skin. It's actually white hairs on black skin. In England, the crossbred progeny of the Blue-Faced Leicester are called mules. Mule ewes make up more than 50% of England's crossbred ewe population. The first Blue-Faced Leicester was imported into the United States in the early 1980s. Semen from the United Kingdom continues to be used to add genetic diversity to U.S. flocks. Judging our All Other Breeds Wool show today is Alex Wolf of Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Along with his wife Melissa and their 3 children, they own and operate Wolf Brothers Livestock. They raise natural coloreds and club lambs. Let's welcome Alex Wolf to the Big E this morning.
Good morning to all the exhibitors, and a really nice way to start the show. And I guess this is our only male class out here, so these are going to be your champion reserve rams out here in the AOB division. I think there's one that just kind of overpowers the class in terms of extension and skeletal quality and athleticism when we set them into motion. The young lady up here with her blue-faced Leicester, really a long-sided sheep, really an extended sheep, one that balances up tremendously well from the side. You get into the fleece, and it's certainly uniform enough for me. Just a really handy way to start this class. Congratulations on your champion ram. Coming to the young lady's fin sheep here in second. One that I really like the balance of the sheep. I like the dimension of the sheep. He's got one of the thicker tops, comes back to one of the thicker quarters as well. I think he's really sound and athletic on the move. You get into his fleece, and he's certainly uniform enough again. Just really correct type of a sheep to come in here reserve. Congratulations. Coming to the young lady's Cotswold ram here in 3. One you really appreciate in terms of fleece and fiber quality. I think one of the better handling fleeces out here, really uniform, has a nice luster to it. With that, he gets just a little more refined at the ground in terms of his bone work today. He shortens up a little bit from flank to flank, a little bit from that 13th rib on back. We'd like to just stretch him out a notch to be able to make him compete with the 2 sheep directly ahead of him. Come to the Herdwick ram here in 4, and definitely the youngest in terms of his maturity pattern as you handle him, and I think he's got a bright future. Today he's just giving up too much. He's a little younger than the rest of them. I think a really cool kind of sheep, really neat looking out here. I appreciate the lady for bringing him out. Thank you.
We do weigh back those top three animals to weigh back. Next class will be yearling ewes. Yearling ewes will be your next class. Again, now ready for our yearling ewe class. First place in the junior ram lamb class and also our open show champion ram goes to entry 1144. Sweet Meadow 2103, ram weighing 141 pounds, and that was a Blueface Leicester. Second place, first in the junior show, our reserve champion open show ram and our junior show champion ram, entry 5259, YRF 2132, Siri Swanson of Orwell, Vermont, a ram weighing 89, and that was a thin sheep. Third place to entry number 2453, SK Cotswolds 006, Carter Short, Ballston Spa, New York. That was a black Cotswold, and that ram weighed 101. And in fourth place, our Herdwick 6704, Aaron Bratt of East Bern, New York. One of our other breeds out here is the Herdwick, a very old breed, possibly originating from Scandinavia. They are considered to be the hardiest of the British hill sheep. Herdwick lambs are born mostly black in color. Their fleeces turn to a dark brown and gray as they get older. Their wool is thick, coarse, and wiry, and is used primarily for outerwear as well as carpets. Rams have horns, but the ewes are polled. The first Herdwick semen was introduced into the United States just in 2008. Another breed that we have out here is the natural colored Cotswold. The Cotswold is a dual-purpose long-wool breed that originated in the Cotswold Hills in England. They were introduced into the U.S. in 1831. In the U.S., they are raised primarily for wool. Cotswold wool hangs in locks and fibers that have a lustrous, silky sheen. There is a separate breed registry for the black Cotswold, as they are considered a distinct breed. So here's trivia question number 1. Who judged the AOB Wool Sheep Show at the Big E 10 years ago in 2011? This person is in the barn with sheep, but not showing in that person's name. Another hint, this person is from Ohio. And the answer is Ed Julian.
A really interesting class to start here in your female portion of your show. We've got different breeds represented, and so you kind of get a little nitpicky and sort between them. And when you're comparing, it's kind of hard because it's not which one's better in that particular breed. It's which one's better against the others in their particular breeds as well. So when you put everything together, I think the one that kind of sorts herself to the top, the one with the most dimension and thickness and still has an attractive look off the side, is going to be your class winner, the Blue-Faced Leicester up here. Extremely long from that 13th rib back. I really appreciate the extra length of hind saddle she brings to the table. Really wide turn to that rib, maybe carrying just a touch more condition than I'd prefer to see on her, but we're talking late in the year. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Just a really attractive female to start with. The young man here in second with the Finn sheep. Really a well-balanced sheep. One of the most correct sheep out here about her angles. When you set her into motion, just real free and easy, and then you put your hands on her. She's got a great big top in her, not carrying any extra condition. She's just really attractive off the side in terms of her underline as well. Just a really good, complete type of sheep to come in and stand too. And then you come to the young lady's Herdwick sheep here. One that's got a really attractive look, really fluid on the move. One that if I was to start analyzing just a little critically, maybe I'd like to spread her apart right there at her knees. She wants to get just a little tighter in terms of her knees set today for me, but a really nice kind of a ewe in her own right. Coming to the next ewe out here. Really a nice fleece on this sheep, one with a really wide hip and pelvic area. I like to turn to that rib as well. One I'd like to straighten her or change her about her angle. She wants to get a little straighter off that front end and a little straighter off the rear end for me today. And then we round out the class with a Finn sheep. One of the ewes that you really like when you set her into motion, and she's real fluid. With that, we just need more to her. You put your hands on her, she's sharper at the top side of her shoulder. I'd like to give her just a little more natural thickness down that top, a little more natural muscling to be able to go ahead and start the class with her. Really nice kind of a class. Congratulations.
Remember, we weigh those top three. Your next class will be pair of yearling ewes after we get those weights. In the ring, we're now ready for our single entry in the Senior Ewe Lamb class. Then we will show Open Show Senior Champion and Reserve Senior Champion ewe. Placing on the class of yearling ewes, first place goes to entry 930, Chapin 376, Becky. And that is a blue-faced Leicester. That ewe weighs 190. Julia Shute of Limster, New Hampshire. Second place, first in the junior show, to entry number 5261, a Finn sheep. Childers Farm 2021, Siri Swanson, Orwell, Vermont. That ewe weighs 112. Third place, the Herdwick, entry 2893, shown by Aaron Bratt, East Bern, New York. That ewe weighs 103. Fourth, to entry number 929, a blue-faced Leicester, Julia Shute, Limpster, New Hampshire. And 5, second in the junior show, a Finn sheep, 5260, Siri Swanson, Orwell, Vermont. Placing on the pair, first place went to Julia Shute, Limpster, New Hampshire. Second place to Siri Swanson, Orwell, Vermont.
A single entry out here in your senior ewe lamb. One you really like when you get off to the side of this female, extremely extended up to that front end. She's good about her angles, really a lot of body capacity. You like the turn to the rib. One with enough top shape in her as well, just a really attractive kind of a female. Congratulations.
Now ready to show for Open Show Senior Champion and Reserve Senior Champion ewe. Placing on the senior ewe lamb class, first place goes to entry number 5262, Finn, YRF 2037, Siri Swanson of Orwell, Vermont. That was also first in the junior show, and that animal weighed 90 pounds.
Out here for your senior champion ewe. I think all three of these are awful nice in their own respect and their own breeds. And today I think there's one that they're just kind of made for the ring a notch better than the rest of them in terms of their breed and their elegance. And that's going to be the yearling ewe. She's going to go ahead and be your senior champion. As we come back for reserve, it gets a little closer for me between the two fins. And as I sit out here and analyze them in terms of what I'm looking for, there's one out here that if I were raising this breed, it's the type I'd like to raise. I think she's got some capacity. She's got some top shape and some of that rear quarter and just really athletic. The young man over here with the second place yearling ewe is going to be the reserve senior champion. Congratulations.
Our Open Show Senior Champion ewe goes to entry 1144, Sweet Meadow. Pardon me, goes to entry number 930, Chapin 376, Becky, Julia Shute, Lipster, New Hampshire, out of the yearling ewe class of Blueface Leicester. The reserve champion was second to that yearling ewe in class, 5261, Childers Farm 2021, a Finn, Siri Swanson of Orwell, Vermont. Again, our next class is Junior Ewe Lambs. The fourth breed that we're showing in these all other breeds wool is the Finn sheep. Finn sheep, or Finnish landrace, as they are known in their native country of Finland, are one of the most prolific breeds of sheep in the world. Typical litter sizes are 3 to 4 lambs. Finns are related to the other Scandinavian short-tailed breeds. They were first imported into the U.S. in 1968, where their primary use was to produce crossbred ewes for commercial lamb production. More research work and data has been compiled in the U.S. involving Finn sheep and their crosses than any other breed of sheep. In more recent years, Finn sheep have become valued for their soft fleeces of medium wool in a wide range of colors. So here's your second trivia question. Who exhibited the best fleeced animal in the 2011 Big E AOB Wool Sheep Show? First and only hint, that exhibitor's from New Jersey. And the answer is Little Hooves.
A really strong class of ewe lambs out here, and there was two that kind of sorted themselves apart from the first time we put our hands on them. I think these are the two most correct built ewes on the top side of their skeleton. The young ladies we're opting to start with, extremely level down her spine. She's really thick from her rack all the way back to her pin set. Really a good balance type of a sheep. One that when you get into the fleece, a little drier to the touch for me today compared to the young lady standing in second. One that maybe I'd like to freshen that fleece up ever so slightly, but I think one that's uniform in terms of her build and motion. She's going to start the class. You in second's one that really makes me scratch my head. I like this sheep a lot when I get on the top side. Extremely big over top. She's got the widest loin out here. Really a big turn to that rib. One that balances really well off to the side. Extension up front. One that I really wanted to use. When we walked him the first time, you get in behind her, and I just need her to drive better. When we set him into motion the second time to see if maybe she'd cooperate just a little bit better, she just doesn't. We need to change her right there to hocks. We need to make her drive just a little bit better to be able to start the class, but I think one that's really, really cool. I'm not putting her any lower in second. Come to the U here in 3. Really a nice fleece on this female, one with some added extension, some added grow. One that does give up a little bit in terms of her angle. She wants to get just a little straighter off them hocks, a little straighter up front compared to the two standing directly ahead of her. But when you get into the fleece and then the added length of hind saddle on this sheep, she's going to end up coming in 3. Come to you here in 4, the fin sheep. one that you really appreciate again in terms of center body and proportions. One that when you get over top of her, maybe you'd like to strengthen her right there on the top side of her shoulder. You'd like to change her notch about her angles to be able to move her any higher today, but a really nice kind of a ewe. And then we come into some ewes down here. Really a nice built ewe, one that we need to change the fleece. We need to make her just a little stronger there at hip loin as well when we put our hands on her. Next couple ewes, really nice fleeces on them. We just don't have as much groceries in them today to be able to compete with the more mature ewes up on top end. Really nice class. Congratulations.
Once we weigh back the top two animals, our next class will be pair of ewe lambs. Results of our junior ewe lamb class. First place goes to entry number 1145, Sweet Meadow 2105, Rumor. A Blueface Leicester, shown by Iris La Rochelle, Webster, New Hampshire. That ewe weighed 126. Second place, another Blueface, entry 932, Chapin 395, Julia Shute, Limpster, New Hampshire. That ewe weighed 153. Third place, a natural colored Cotswold, 2454. Carter Short, Ballston Spa, New York. That ewe weighed 112. Fourth place, first in the junior show, to entry 5263, YRF 2120, a Finn, Siri Swanson, Orwell, Vermont. Fifth place, a Blueface Leicester, 931, Julia Shute, Limpster, New Hampshire. Sixth place, to entry 2455, Carter Short, Ballston Spa, New York, a natural colored Cotswold. And seventh place, to entry number 1296, Circe Atkins, Griswold, Connecticut, with a natural colored Cotswold. We're now ready to show for our open show grand and reserve grand champion. From that junior ewe lamb class, our first and second animal was our junior show, or junior champion and reserve junior champion for the open show. Placing on the pair of ewe lambs class, first place goes to Siri Swanson, Orwell, Vermont. Second to Julia Shute, Limpster, New Hampshire. Third to Carter Short, Ballston Spa, New York. Following our selection of our Open Show Grand Champion and Reserve Grand Champion U, we will show for our Junior Show Champion and Reserve Junior Champion U. And then we will have Exhibitor's Flock and then Best Fleece.
A really nice set of ewes out here for your champion overall female in this AOB, and I applaud the exhibitors. There's a lot of quality, and maybe not very many of each of these breeds, but boy, the quality is tremendous out here, and you get out here for your champion ewe, and I think, again, there's one that just kind of hit me pretty hard and kind of dominates this deal. I'll go out here and show you her, and it gets a little tighter for reserve. I've got my mind made up. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for your champion reserve ewes.
Our Open Show Grand Champion U for the All Other Breeds wool goes to our Senior Champion, entry 930 out of the Yearling U class, a Blue-Faced Leicester, Chapin, 376, Becky, Julia Shute, Limster, New Hampshire. The Reserve Grand Champion goes to our Junior Champion, 1145 is the entry number. From the Junior Ewe Lamb class, another Blue-Faced Leicester, Sweet Meadow 2105, Rumor, Iris La Rochelle Webster, New Hampshire. Now ready to show for Junior Show Champion and Reserve. So we need to keep that Reserve Senior Champion out there of Sari Swanson's, 5261. And we'll also need 5263 from Sari Swanson in the ring. For our junior show champion, it goes to entry 5261, which was out of the yearling U class, a Finn sheep, Childers Farm 2021, Sari Swanson of Orwell, Vermont. The reserve junior show champion U went to 5262 out of the senior U lamb class, YRF 2037, another Finn, Sari Swanson, Orwell, Vermont. Now ready for exhibitors flock. Placing on the exhibitors flock, first place goes to Sari Swanson in Orwell, Vermont, and that's with a group of Finn sheep. Now ready for best fleece. Best fleece. Best fleeced animal from the All Other Breeds Wool Show is a natural colored Cotswold, entry 2454. Short Hill Farm 2109, Anise Carter Short, Ballston Spa, New York. At this time, we do need someone representing Siri Swanson to come over to the announcer's desk, if they would, please. And Siri, congratulations. You are the premier exhibitor and premier breeder of the AOB Wool Show.